Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, my dear colleague. Can you learn vascular duplex scan from computer software? Actually, yes. This is a CD program which teach how to do carotid duplex scan. I will share with you. First, it will give you some questions to answer as pre-course assessment. So, will 7.5 megahertz, obviously it is wrong. And then you continue with the next question and it will correct your answers and give you marking. Let us see patient setup for carotid duplex scan.
Could you please lay on the table? Relax. Leave your arms to your sides. The neck is extended to bring the extracranial carotid arteries into clear view.
Very good positioning. Very good handling of the probe. Let us go
The
to probe.
extracranial arteries examination requires a high transmission frequency probe between 4 to 12 megahertz. Here you can see a 4 to 7 megahertz linear probe. The approach of subclavian or vertebral arteries requires a small-shaped probe. Here, a 5 to 8 megahertz probe. The transcranial Doppler sonography and the aortic arch examination requires a low transmission frequency probe. Here, a 2 to 3 megahertz phased array probe. Continuous wave Doppler requires a 4 to 5 megahertz pencil-shaped probe. And transcranial Doppler requires a 2 megahertz pulsed wave Doppler probe.
Now it will check your information if you're able to use the probe in the correct way. So here are 5
With these
different
5
types.
ultrasound probes, you can perform several different examinations. Using the computer mouse, select an ultrasound probe and drag it to the red starting point and choose the examination you wish to perform.
So at suprasternal notch, you move the probe, you put it on the red point, it will give you, this is a correct answer, correct probe, and it will give you the picture, how you can see the subclavian artery at this point. So this is the correct choice of the correct probe. What about at this point? Well, if you move, this is a linear probe. Yes, it's a correct answer. It will give you the common carotid artery at this area. If you put a probe, this one you can put 2 probe, either the linear one or the pencil group, and it accept multiple answers. So linear is not the optimal, but you can see the supraclavicular subclavian artery from this. Here, obviously, it's a linear probe for the common carotid artery bifurcation. You put it here, it will give you the image and tell you this is the correct answer. Now let us see, this is transcranial. Let us see if we done something wrong. Let us select a probe. The obvious one is this one is wrong. So if you put it wrong, it will tell you no and even give you some image what you might see. But for the transcranial Doppler, you need a transcranial probe, which is this is the correct answer. If you put it in, correct.
The vessel walls, the arterial lumen, and the adjacent structures are not clearly depicted. The vessel walls are clearly depicted. The arterial lumen is echolucent. The whole image is saturated with false echoes in the arterial lumen. The image is not interpretable. The sample volume is of adequate size to interrogate the area of interest. The Doppler gain is of sufficient intensity to determine the peak systolic and end diastolic velocities. The velocity scale is too low. This leads to aliasing and artifact from motion, respiratory variation. The velocity scale is too high. This results in artifactual filling of the arterial lumen. Velocity scale and optimum gain. The velocity scale is well set, but the gain is too high. The Doppler signal bleeds over into the vessel wall. The velocity scale is well set. There is a partial filling because the color gain is too low. One should have a limited use of the filters. With a low filter, the flow delineates the vessel walls of the artery. When increasing the filters, the quality of the filling by the Doppler signal decreases. With maximum filters, the vessel walls are less clear. To increase the gain is not an adequate reflex, because it leads to a saturation and an overpainting by the color-coded Doppler signal.
So let us try to test our knowledge. Here it will give you an image, and you can actually, as if you have the duplex machine, you can change up or down to see the gain. And once you stop, it will tell you this is a correct gain or not. Adjustment of PRF, you need 3000 or 1000. And it will tell you if this is a correct answer or a bad answer and what the picture will looks like as well. So another test, selection of the best gain. And here is obviously this is a very good gain, very good delineation. It will tell you this is correct. So as if you are having a duplex machine in front of you. So you can learn vascular duplex scan online. This software, which is quite expensive, will be available for the online and on-site user of our vascular art duplex scan course. It's a great tool. You can use it on your laptop. You don't need a patient. You don't need even a duplex machine. And you will learn how to do duplex machine. I wish you all the best, and I hope you can learn from this course. And thank you very much.